Hello everyone and welcome back to Camera West TV. Today we are going to be taking a look at the newly released Panasonic 85 1.8 L-mount lens. You know, Brett, one of our sales associates, headed over to Joshua Tree to test out the lens, so you'll be seeing some of his images pop up on the screen throughout the video. So right off the bat, you notice that this lens is quite small and compact with a filter thread of only 67 millimeters. It's small for L-mount lenses, that is, and it's quite light at only 355 grams. As you can see here, it balances nicely on the Panasonic S1R. Speaking of the S1R, let's see how this lens can handle the higher resolution of the 47.3 megapixel sensor. And quite honestly, it holds up extremely well. The lens has 9 elements in 8 groups and contains 2 ED elements. I didn't really notice in any of my images that the lens couldn't handle the high resolution of the S1R. And thanks to the 9 aperture blades, the lens is able to render a beautiful bokeh in my opinion. The autofocus seems fine on the S1R, and I'm sure it'll be even better when the new firmware is released that brings over a lot of the feature and improvements from the S5. If you haven't seen the video that we did on the S5, you can hit the link in the top right. It is nice to see that on the Panasonic roadmap, they plan on releasing other prime lenses at this size. As you can see here, this is the new 85mm lens. And when you compare it to the other lenses, it's really small. So you have the 16 to 35, the 70-200 f4, the 50 1.4, and the 24 to 70 2.8. And yeah, like as you can see, there's a huge size difference here. So having this is going to be a really nice addition to the lens lineup. Not only that, but when you compare the weight of this lens to say these guys or this guy, there's a substantial weight difference there. And also, the 16 to 35 is actually quite light. It's only a little bit heavier than the 85. The build quality of the lens is what you would expect from Panasonic. The fit and finish of this lens is done well. The lens features a splash and dust resistant design so that it should handle the outside elements well if you find yourself shooting out in the rain. On the lens, you do have a dedicated autofocus switch, and the focus ring is large and turns really smoothly. With all that said, I still find it hard to believe that this lens comes in at just $599. That's a whole lot of performance for not a lot of money. I think that this would be a must-own lens for anyone who owns a Panasonic S system, especially if you're interested in portrait or product photography. And if you feel the same way, and then you should hit the link down below or head over to camerawest.com and place an order for one today. Well, what do you think about this lens? Let us know down in the comments below. And as always, hit like on this video if it helped you out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more great content like this in the future. And yeah, this is Adam, and I'll see you next time.